Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Javid wanted us to do a very last minute live stream. So guys, so here it is. We're in chapter 41-49. We do want to make a little bit more progression. We want to finish out 41 so we can actually hop into the Misty Valley right here, increase the Misty Valley's treasure trove rewards to pick up that extra tier 4 stone. So it's going to take a little bit for the notifications to go out over on YouTube. I know a lot of players do kind of pick it up quick, but we get some Stargazer cards, we get some tier stones out of here, which I love. We have continued building out Raku. Actually got him some tier 4 gear right there, which is awesome. We are almost ready, almost a little bit closer to maxing out the longbow out of here, and then of course gearing him up. Even the engraving aspect, I took him up to 42, so he was at 30 last time. Built him out. Dark Blaine and Send the Topic. Anime is here as well. Yep, late night stream tonight, guys. A lot of busy stuff going on right now. And of course, guys, we do have the brand new Mauler hero. So I was kind of torn with if I'm going to go for Anasta or if we were going to stick with Sonya. I'm kind of torn because both of the heroes are performing exceptionally well when it comes to their respective towers. Sonya, of course, in the Lightbearer tower, just because we are very minimal with tanks, is doing well in there. Anastas within the tower is doing amazing. I know Trisha and a couple other players have actually built these heroes out, and they're working exceptionally well within the tower. PvP, it's kind of hit or miss. There has been a few times that Sonya has worked, and also the shield breaking with Anastas has worked as well. But again, I'm not into the PvP aspect. I'm more into the campaign and into the towers and what they're actually going to bring. What's going on, Ferris? Thanks for joining the live stream. So I'm going to go through, we're going to knock out the dailies really quick. So this one again, I collect the fast rewards. We do it once, twice, 3. We do the reset up to the 200 diamonds. Really focusing on getting our essence out of there and also picking up a considerable amount of engraving mats every single day, guys. Within here, we get quite a bit out of the Twisted Realm, almost 400 of our Twisted Essence. Then, of course, we do get our guild coins out of there, a couple diamonds to go ahead and complete there. Friends will send out all of our gifts. And then we will also pick up everything over here. I'm not going to reset this just because I don't want to go through all of the hassle right now. We'll just go ahead and do that. I'm here waiting for a friend for another game. Oh, what's going on, Dark Lucifer? Dark Lucifer, what other game are you playing? It's not AFK Arena, obviously, but I'm not sure what else you guys are playing out there. We'll get the arena tag right there. Also, King's Tower, again, we've been pushing this, guys. Look, we're at 816 right now. We have made a ton of progression in the floors. Doing awesome. I love pushing the towers. They give you an incredible amount of diamonds. You can see we're almost at 10,000 diamonds already, which is pretty quick. The Labyrinth, definitely have to finish this one out as well. For the store, we are still doing our planning or our power leveling. So the elemental shards, the time emblems out of here. We do get the hero's essence. This hero essence we pick up as well. Poke coins, and then if I needed these, which these I do not, we do one reset, guys, one single reset, and then we buy them out again. So we're getting our essence, we're getting our 8-hour chest right there, and we're also getting our poke coins. And again, if this was amplifying, I would pick them up. Planning on building Anasta. Honestly, I'm kind of torn between both of them. What's going on, Alfredo? Again, because both of them are really utilized within the tower. Short of the tower, it's PvP, and I don't PvP. So I would literally just be building the heroes for the tower, which again, looking at the King's Tower, the Lightbearer Tower is definitely slacking. That is the reason why I have chosen to build Sonya, but on the same notion is building out Sonya. I am also building out the Awakened Thane. So we have been focusing on and building out the Awakened Thane. So I feel like if we're building Thane, we'll probably want to build Anasta, just for the simple fact that Thane will be a primary use when it comes to the tower, and then she will be a primary use when it comes to the Mauler tower. So we do kind of have them split between there, but I believe we will build them out. Even Alero works pretty well within the Mauler tower. Again, a lot of players that do have these heroes built have said they do work incredibly well, again, within the respective towers. We do get some essence right there. We got our poke coins. Guild Hunt, I'm not going to go ahead and just, we'll just go ahead and go through this really quick. Again, getting all of our dailies out of the way. The Hellscape, it just reset, and this is Kane. Of course, I do not have Awakened Tailene, which is the reason we usually hit up BMO to pick up our Awakened Tailene right there to go ahead and push within those towers. But that is it for the dailies, guys. I think we have to complete one battle. A lot of players say it takes an incredible amount of time to get through the dailies. I beg to differ. It seems to go through super, super quick when you're going through the dailies. I think I just spent literally a couple of minutes. Of course, the dailies going to go ahead and finish out the weeklies as well. Within the events, we have the Poetic Pop Quiz, which is up. Who is more real? It is Falks. And I've answered these actually so many times. It's kind of crazy that you don't even have to go through and really... I think this is the Sisterhood. If I remember, Anoki is with Skarath. And then which attribute? It is Haste, giving us 5 more chests, guys. And that's day 12. Day 12 of the Poetic Pop Quiz is completely done, which is awesome. Then, of course, we have the Bountiful Trials, Misty Valley. Still need to make a little bit more progression in there. I want to build Thisu. Should I? I have... He's 2-star. Yes, so Thisu is another one that is very, very helpful when it comes to the tower. So most of the tower progression, I don't think it's open right now, but a lot of the tower progression, guys, Antandra in there does incredibly well. Kren and Thisu are some of the heroes that a lot of players are utilizing. And here we've been building out the fortress, leveling up the fortress, leveling up the Forgotten Necropolis, which has given us cards. Then, of course, when it comes to the purchases, guys, we do the monthly cards, the monthly deluxe card, and then we also do the 2 parts of the Noble Society. So I actually do the Twisted Bounty part, which gives me more essence, and I do the Champions of Espria for the essence to, again, continue with our power leveling. Short of that, we don't buy anything. Quick tip, who is the best 3 to get to plus 30 in the dimensionals? Ainz, Albedo, and I would probably say Prince of Persia would be my choice for the best 3. Ainz and Albedo, of course, going kind of hand in hand. Prince of Persia is really good, or Leonardo. Leonardo does really, really well. Crowd control damage-wise, Leonardo is one to build out. I've even built him out to tier 4 here with a couple pieces. He does a lot of crowd control. He has some survivability, and he also does have a significant amount of damage. He honestly does quite a bit of damage. A lot of the other ones, Arthur is not used very much. Yukio, Nakaruru, not used very much. 5 pull with Queen. Joker, I don't use as much as I have Joker built out. He's actually a hero that I very, very rarely use. And I don't know why. Reach stage 12 to increase the Misty Valley rewards. This is so random with the stuff that comes out of here. I'm not sure why. Yeah, Ainz, absolutely. Merlin doesn't really need the plus 30. So Merlin will work incredibly well. And even on my other accounts, I have the plus 20 in there. This just heals a little bit more. But again, a huge, huge priority if you're building multiple ones out. Plus 20, Merlin will work. Plus 30, of course, works a little bit better. But that plus 20 build will work with him. Talk about Antandra. Honestly, with her, the setup, the 9 of 9 furniture with her works well. It really goes to the mitigation with the 9 of 9 furniture with the ability to have this brawler's protection. And then, of course, guys, because she is damaged, and we've always said this before, she needs to be built. So very similar topic to a lot of other heroes is when it comes to classes like this, particularly the warriors, the damage, the casters, if it is a damage bearing hero, they have to be built out. The further that you build them out, the more powerful you build them out, even with the engraving aspect. Again, the more that they are built out, the more effective they are going to be, which we see it kind of ring true with any of our damage, whether it's Lucretia, whether it's Frampton, any of these heroes that are built out considerably just work that much better exponentially. What are your thoughts on Skarath E60 for Dark Namora? Yes, Dark Namora Childo is really the only place it works incredibly well. And most players will not put that high of an investment to actually get this. If you're maximizing damage within the Cursed Realm, Twisted Realm, yes, Skarath is used for quite a bit. If you're just a player that priority list wise, engraving list wise, he's actually quite a bit down. Entendre is the same, Topic. Entendre is a hero that has to be built out. She actually shines with the plus 60 engraving because of this heal that she gets right here. It is crazy. So she actually heals for 12% of her maximum health, making her near impossible within the tower to kill. 9 of 9 furniture, necessity, but the exact same. Just with the damage heroes, with the carry heroes, have to be built. What's the best Awaken hero? Right now it is Awaken Taylene. By far, Awaken Taylene is the best hero that has probably the most utility. Used within, the Cursed Realm, used within the Twisted Realm, used within the campaign, used within the Celestial Tower. Thane is kind of a close second, but most players just use Thane for the PvP aspect. We actually do not see Thane used very much in the campaign. I haven't seen him used very much in the campaign, but I don't want to do the Thorn Cheese. On this one, Thorn Cheese, and this is kind of normal to what we see. Thorn Cheese, Willow Lord. Oh, Willow Lord even went with the Thorn Cheese. Thorn Cheese, let's see if we can get something outside of, there we go. So look at this, we have Mishka, we have Alna. That's an interesting combination. Level 570, so pretty close to where we are. Let's go ahead and run this one. See if we can get it done. Do you think a star could be a good carry? J-Sky, yes and no. So a star has a pretty solid mitigation factor. The big thing with her is she does need to be built to do damage. That's really the big thing. She does have to be built to do a considerable amount of damage, and a lot of heroes don't really build her out that much. I know Sonya just came out recently. So far, Eats Noodles, Sonya is just used in the Lightbearer Tower. With the nerf that she got, yep, just like what Dark Lucifer said, with the nerf that she got, it seems like that's the only place, unfortunately, that we have seen her utilized. So it really, really sucks that they nerfed her that hard. But it seems to be the only way. And look at this lockdown, guys. If we had more damage in here, literally lock down the entire team, which is kind of a cheese. But if we had one more hero up, the lockdown, or that would have actually been really, really well. What's going on, Pluto? About to finish chapter 39. Should push more than I do. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Pushing guys through the chapters, it takes an incredible amount of time. We've said this before, short of the Misty Valley and kind of the changes that they did, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. That's the reason why so many players do not push through a majority of the campaign. The loot that you get from there is pretty limited, which again, a lot of players do not like because it is very, very limited loot in there. Is the furniture actually helping with Khazard? Yes, it helps with the damage. So the damage in the crowd control aspect that Khazard does carry, it definitely helps. And I think I'm going to have to go Thorn Cheese in here while we just sit and talk about the new heroes. It seems like this one is going to be super, super RNG. And then when we start getting here, they're really, really high levels. I mean, we're talking, what, almost 15 levels over us. We can give this a couple tries as well. Yeah, the nerfs, I can't believe, I'm still kind of stunned, guys, that they did nerf Sonya that hard. I feel like she needed a little bit of a nerf, which I would really feel her damage was broken, but they kind of nerfed her into oblivion. It seems like she's almost nerfed to the point where I don't know any players that use her for anything, again, short of the Lightbearer Tower, and that is for the sheer fact that we don't have enough heroes in there. That's really it. We're lacking tanks. You have your choice between Hendrik, you have Lucius, and now you have Sonya. That is the reason why most players are running Sonya, is literally just that one stage. I'm stuck on 35-8. Merlin makes a major difference on my team. Graveborn team is getting nuked, so I need to change. The Graveborn will, you're getting to the point where it's going to come into a lot more immunity factors on Pedro, or a lot of crowd control. So that is honestly where the level deficiencies start coming in. Which again, guys, Thorn Cheese. There we go. We have Raku and built up pretty good. You actually get to a point in AFK Arena that it's not so much about like the survivability aspect of it, but it is more about the crowd control aspect of it. If you can keep, just like this, literally, if you can lock down your targets, it's only going to be a matter of time before you win, regardless of how much damage the enemy team can put out, regardless of where the deficiency falls. If you can put out a considerable amount of crowd control, you will win the battle. It's inevitable. It might take a lot of tries, but with the RNG factor in here, you will win the battle. And this one just got rocked. This is a formation that worked. We literally just seen it. Helos, I seemed like Lucretia just got to stay alive for this one. Do you think Grez would have at least 3 furniture for him to be good mid-game, even if I just have him ascended? Yes, the furniture on him, J-Sky, does work incredibly well. I kind of struggled with Grez having him built up a little bit. So if you guys looked at the first race account we did, it was kind of a struggle. I used Grez as a main carry, and it's been super difficult. It was actually super, super difficult to get him through there as a main carry. But again, we have heroes built out further. Even Helos is kind of the same. This one will work. We're just going to have to get, again, Lucretia with the RNG. Yeah, that's it. Just like what Dark Lucifer said, crowd control. It is really the meta when you start getting into level deficiencies. That is really the only place you can go. Has there been any changes to the meta teams in the last 6 months? Not really, Charles. There hasn't been. There's been a couple heroes that kind of worked their way in, but are not really a super solid necessity. So when you look at heroes like Helos, I would say within the 6 months, Helos definitely does well, but again, can be kind of subbed in for a couple other heroes. I'm trying to think even the last 6 months what heroes came out. Mishka was probably another one. Mishka has been huge. Mishka is a hero that actually went straight to meta as soon as she was released because of the abilities that she has. Let me see. Felipe is C570, guys. What am I missing here? Tier 4. So we've got stronger artifact. We have the same gear. And of course, everyone else is maxed out tier 3. We're using the same artifacts. We have the same gear. And they're just going all calls, which should be exactly what it is signed on here, which it is. I mean, our Lucretia is far stronger than the one that Felipe used. And of course, she's picking up Helos' buff. You'll actually see the little cube that appears right on top of her head. Just got to get some RNG. Kren's still meta. For some formations, Poppy, yes, Kren is still meta. Kren, a lot of times when I see Kren used, Kren is actually ran with the crowd control aspect and used in there with Raku. They're kind of the two that we've seen together through a lot of formations. And there is quite a few that will run Kren. But again, they're very strong, guys. Kren and Raku together, especially if you have like Leonardo for crowd control, does work incredibly well. See, here's the exact same build. We should be able to get this down. Again, I'm not going to worry about it. What's going on, Air Tap? Haven't seen you in forever. What is going on, brother? I think it's been a lot of time. I know the quite a few streams. I haven't seen you in some streams in some while, but what has been going on? Yeah, again, it looks like Nara is actually picking up Lucretia. I think that's what's going on. Since that Mr. Hippo was on. Oh, there you go. Yes, Jesus, I absolutely agree with you. The YouTube notifications are horrible. They are delayed. They are missed. A lot of players that have turn on all notifications. A lot of time we've seen them not send out notifications. So I figured Javid would be on. I haven't seen him. I'm actually going to hop over and shoot him a message really quick and see, because he kept trying to talk to me about doing a live stream. And again, I'm not sure if he got the notification, just like a lot of other players that didn't get the notification. Yeah, Kren's pretty broken. Not only with the damage, is Kren, of course, is huge with the crowd control aspect. The crowd control aspect that Kren has is awesome in there. Let's see, because even Helos should be completely... He's all in tier 3 gear. He's built out, short of having those last 3 pieces of furniture. And then, of course, Lucretia is the same, guys. They are kind of built. Even Estrilda we built out when we were using her for the Twisted Realm. That is the reason we built Estrilda out to where she is today. Giving quite a bit of a defensive buff. Let's see what else we got in here. I know, again, Lucretia. And it seems like everybody... There we go. There's Alnagrez. We can go with some Alnagrez. And, of course, poor Raku. Nara's going to snatch Raku right there. But look at him, guys. He's got the shield up, which I love. And, of course, Lucretia in the bottom. Mizoth is pretty tough to deal with as well. I do not like fighting Mizoth. His crowd control aspect in there is pretty strong. He's a hero I've wanted to build. He's a hero, unfortunately, I have never built. There we go, guys. So we got that stage done. That brings us to 41:52. All right, continuing. And again, we're going to set some formations. I know a few. Willow Lord is in here. JD Cool, Sneaky. Felipe is usually who I go because we're right at the exact same level. Thorn Cheese is in there, which we have Joker in here with Mishka. And then it looks like no Einskamp. We could actually swap up this second one with an Einskamp. But you know what? I've used a lot of combinations. Felipe is actually in my guild. I'm going to let this auto battle, guys, so we can just sit here and talk about heroes, AFK Arena, and what is going on. Test server, the new Temporal Rift is up, which is awesome. I'm definitely going to hop over there in a little bit. Check out all of the changes on there. Remember, they added the auto battler, and they also opened up a couple other places within the Rift, which is what we want, guys. We want to see exactly what the new Rift is about. I believe they opened the boss mode. You have to be over a certain level to unlock that boss mode, but more is opened on there. And the auto battler, guys, that was the just stupid broken. It was stupid, the absolute amount of time that it took to get through the Temporal Rift. It's incredibly time sensitive. How would I rate Audrey in 1 to 10 in the campaign? Honestly, Joel, in the campaign, I'd probably go around a 7. I think a 7 would be fair in the campaign. With her being relatively new, I don't know how many people are running her within the campaign. Big thing with Audrey is the tower. The Celestial Tower, Joel. Audrey is 10 of 10. Audrey is just absolutely dominating the amount of damage that she is putting into the tower. That's where everybody is using her, is the tower. It's kind of crazy to see, but her damage is broke. Her damage is absolutely broke when it comes to that Celestial Tower. Is Maro used in comp teams? No. J-Sky, not in comp teams. I don't see Maro at all. And there we go, guys. First stage done. Then it comes to this 5-pull cheese, which I love. Look at that. Literally sits everybody right on top of Thorin. Look at that. First try. Boom! The first try, guys. Look at the RNG. One single Thorin cheese attempt, and they finished it. Got it done in the first try for the Thorin cheese. That's absolutely broken. What's going on, Geeky? Yeah, we were just talking about that. It sucks. The notifications that they send out on YouTube are absolutely horrible. What's going on, Noah? I completed this chapter yesterday. I refuse to push any further. Oh, yeah. This is kind of the chapter where a lot of players are getting to, and they're honestly pushing to this chapter for the simple fact of getting the extra Misty Valley rewards. That's really it. What's going on? Yep, Noah's in here. And then just been working, really got a promotion recently, so responsibilities have increased. Very cool, AirTap. Congratulations on the promotion. Been playing Dislight lately. Yes, so most of you know I've been playing Dislight as well. The big thing that I've noticed, and I don't know if you've seen this as well, AirTap, is I'm really concerned with the end game for Dislight. I've gotten to the point where I've kind of went through and I beat all of the stages. I've actually gotten to the last part of all the bosses. Just really farming things in Dislight, but I don't know where it's going to go from there. I know I have a little more to do in the campaign, but again, that's really it. Honestly, so it's kind of weird. I don't know how Dislight is going to look at endgame, or even when you start getting all these heroes maxed out. I now have, I believe, 5 legendary heroes, which again, it works, but I don't know exactly where to go from just literally farming stuff in the game. Where would I rate Damon? That really depends where you're using Damon. Early game, Damon is absolutely 10 out of 10. I would say overall scale, probably about a 6. I would say about a 6 for Damon. Thing is, in the tower, Damon does incredibly well. Early game, mid game, Damon will carry you through a ton of content. There is also, a couple places where he's used with level deficiencies. PvP, he's not really used. Most of the Cursed Realm, Twisted Realm, he is not used anymore, just because we've had so many heroes. But overall, Damon does well. I mean, honestly, he does pretty well. As far as a carry, as far as a hero, again, he does pretty well. And I'm wondering on here, I think they had Granite maxed out. I think we used Felipe's, right? Felipe, because if he had Granite, that would be the 9 of 9, or the plus 30. We do not have Granite. So Granite, I'm actually going to swap out. I'm going to put Taylene in here. Just because Granite's not doing the Petrify. That's a big, big difference in here without that Petrify. So hopefully Taylene can help take a little bit of damage off of Lucretia, which very close. We'll get it done. You just got to keep on defeat with the same. Yeah, it's just RNG, guys. That is one of the by far biggest things in AFK Arena that a lot of players don't like. But a lot of it is just that. It is just the RNG aspect to get these stages done. It takes an incredible amount of time. What's the final chapter? The final chapter in here is 50. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they just opened up chapter 50. I think. So we're in 41 right now, so we still have a lot of progression to make. We do have a lot of progression to still make in here. AFK support got me on hold for a month. Oh, Nick Knack is just on hold for a month. What's going on, Derek? Yep. Thanks for joining us for the stream. What about Leica? Leica does well. Leica is actually a hero that has quite a bit of utility. Because of the energy that she gives and also the haste at the beginning, she also does have a pretty good damage mitigation. I believe that was the stage 41-52 falls, guys. Let's look at our damage. Look at that. 2 billion damage, 1.48 there from Zorath. Thorin on the very, very first attempt. The cheese worked. Boom, almost 5 billion damage there. 6, look at that. Even this Taylene, guys, is maxed out. Even 36 furniture. Look at Lucretia, 6.65 billion damage. Then, of course, guys, it is Oden and Grez that are carrying it right there. Couple more stages, guys. 7 more stages, and that is it. We're going to stick with Felipe and go with this auto battle in here. I sent a notification to them, and they were saying they're looking into it every time. Yeah, that stinks, Knick-Knack. Would Rosaline be worth for E60? I'm using her with my Ein team and usually with Scarlet in the Twisted Realm. I don't think I would take Rosaline that high. Poppy, I would probably take her that high if you had majority of all of the questions or all of the meta heroes built out, honestly. There are a lot of heroes that, because remember, guys, with Rosaline is, of course, going to give her some of her power to the hero she's following. and it's only a percentage based. It's not like she's going to be transferring 100% of what she has in there. It'll help a little bit, but I don't feel like it's probably not going to be a game changer for Rosaline. I would put it on some of the heavy damage heroes to build them up to the plus 60. But ultimately, it's your decision. I wouldn't take her that high. Honest question, I'm around one copy short of Satrena being built for my Maulers. Is she worth building at all? She does well. So Satrena actually does pretty well. I use her on the Mauler Tower. The reason is she has an immunity. She's a hero that takes a big investment. That is the problem with some of these heroes, guys. When you look, you're doing the investment into a hero based on the fact the only place you're going to use the hero is within the tower. So I would build a lot of probably other heroes to kind of build long before I built some other heroes, just again because you're building the hero specifically for the tower. And that's really it. It's only going to be a hero that is going to be utilized within the tower, which is the reason why so many players choose not to use them. And guys, let's see if we can do it again. Oh, Thorn went down. Yeah, that's the thing. It's expensive, guys. To engrave heroes in this game is still incredibly expensive. Even if you're putting money into the game, engraving is still incredibly expensive. Okay, so I have Lucretia Elite Plus, and I have made Tier 1 gear for her, but I feel she's still too weak. You have to have the signature item. Yes, just like what Knickknack said there on J-Sky. Signature item is what supercharges Lucretia's power. You have to have her signature item built, or you are not going to have the full effect of Lucretia. What's going on, Dark Lucifer? Welcome back. Is Anna, I think you mean Anatandra May, or Anasta. So the only place the new hero is, we know the new Mauler hero, Anasta, is out. The only place that players have been using her is, she's pretty decent in PvP. And then the other thing is, of course, the Mauler Tower. Because, again, we're kind of limited with the heroes in there. She is doing incredibly well in the Mauler Tower. Trisha tried her out. A couple of guildies really built her out. It's really, again, the only place that we're finding kind of a niche for her, or a place where she's going to work, is within that tower. I want to borrow your Awakened Disease when you have time. May you accept that request? Oh, yeah, I can. I can accept it right after here, Darkplane. Just remind me if I forget by chance. Yeah, if you guys need to borrow heroes, if you make the wish list, guys, we check the wish list. If 2 days inactivity, players are off the wish list, it really rotates all the time. It really does rotate all the time in there. Yeah, Rosaline, absolutely. Knickknack, you start getting into the level deficiencies, Rosaline on the enemy team will destroy you, and will absolutely destroy you. Thank you for the information you provide. Very helpful before we invest. Oh, no problem, Poppy. This is why I do the live streams, guys. Most of you know, if you've joined me for live streams before, this is the time that I get to talk about the game that I love, which is the reason why I really love doing the live streams. Being able to answer questions, but being able to chat with you guys, being able to make progression, it is very, very cool. How long have we been on? About 30 minutes, about 35 minutes already. Yeah, should you put some money in AFK Arena, Noah? It's honestly entirely up to you. If you are looking to put anything into AFK Arena, the big thing are the advancement packs. So again, what I really recommend is, if you do want to, one, make sure you can really afford it. And two, make sure that you're getting the most for anything you're putting into AFK Arena, Noah. Again, the advancement packs are really the best buy. They have advancement packs, they have climber packs. It's like a $20 pack, but you get, what is it, 45,000? I think it's 45,000 diamonds out of the pack, which is the reason why, for the cost return, they're the best. They're the best value that we have in AFK Arena. All of the other packs I don't buy. I just buy the monthly cards, and then I do the 2 Noble Societies, and that's it. We don't put anything on here. This used to be the pay to win account, if you remember, about 2 years ago now, which again is incredible. We put a ton into this. We got up to VIP 15, and that is kind of where the account is staying. And what is going on, Frenchie? A Hippo supporter. Thank you for all the love and support, guys. We have another supporter. So big shout out to Frenchie. He picks up his little hippo right there. Very, very cool to see. Thank you for being a supporter to the channel. What do you need help with, May? I think May is trying to make a formation for the team comp. And I'm not sure how it's working out. Oh, you're welcome, Noah. Yeah, like I said, there's quite a bit of content out there about really the cost value return of items in AFK Arena. And that's really what you want to focus on. There's no reason to dump a bunch of money into something that you need, or excuse me, that you really don't need. That's kind of the bad part. Got Awakened Thane from normal summons? Yes. The animations on the Awakened Heroes, guys, are phenomenal. They are absolutely phenomenal. I still think the best animation, the one that I like the best is honestly Awakened Taylene. Awakened Taylene is probably the coolest animation that I've seen, which let's see if we can look at a different formation. We'll give it one more try. We got lucky last time with Thorin, and then this time we are stuck. You can see, guys, Kalthar back in here putting in the work. Kalthar does a considerable amount of damage with most of these formations. So let's see, JD goes with Thorin. We got Thorin. Willa Ford goes with Thorin. Charles goes with Thorin. And again, you can see there's Awakened Disease. A lot of players are running Awakened Disease in here, which is pretty cool. That's the 5 pull. Sneaky 574, which again with Awakened. I want to see if anyone didn't use Thorin. It's kind of crazy because this is usually the way that it goes until you get into the super high level deficiencies like this right here. 608, but I'm going to copy this formation and I am going to swap this formation and see what we can do in here. Because again, we have BMOs higher. Big shout out to BMO, guys. He always lets me borrow heroes. But out of there, I believe every other formation is still good. Set with what we need. So taking out Thorin and going with this one, we'll see if we can. We'll see if we can get this one done. Art stuck on 25-3, and my 2-star Shamira is maxed gear. I feel like she's getting her ult off. So J-Sky, the problem is you're at the primary spot where Shamira will start not doing enough damage. That's kind of the problem with where Shamira kind of falls off. Her damage over time, so when she ults, the damage that she does over time doesn't do enough damage to kind of take out the mitigation factor, which is kind of... Am I off on something? Is Thane the only one you can get from normal summons? Oh no, you can get all of them. You can actually pick up all of them from those awakened summons. Or the normal summons. The companion points and the normal summons are the 2 that you can get any of the awakened heroes. Yep, just like what Limesty said. What's your name in AFK Arena? This one is FHG YouTube. So FHG on the main account, or the YouTube account, and then the main account are both FHG. And then most of them are just the factions that we have. And this one, again, I don't know if this is going to work. I think the level deficiencies, I don't want to go back to the Thorn Cheese, but I feel like we're going to have to. What was the difference in the level here? I know it was quite a bit down here. Again, 608. Yeah, that's 30 plus levels. I'm not going to have enough damage. I was hoping we could. We're going to have to go back to the Thorn Cheese. This is working with the 5-pull. Yeah, that's incredible. 38 levels, 38 level deficiency in there. I'm not going to be able to make up that much to allow Ainz to do enough damage in there. Yeah, you can get any of them. It's very cool. Plan to finally be a supporter. Oh, thank you, Frenchie. Yeah, I love, again, I love playing AFK Arena. It's such a cool game, guys. It's been 3+ years. Is Solus in super late game? No, Solus is not anywhere. Solus, the problem with Solus is the Floral Spectre. The Floral Spectre dies too fast. The Floral Spectre you really can't do anything with. It gets one-shotted, May, so the Floral Spectre, that whole entire kit for Solus needs to be reworked, honestly. Even in the tower, she doesn't work very well. Don't make me eat myself in public, man. Oh, what's going on, Dark Lucifer? Don't make me eat myself in public. And what's going on? Hyatt joining on us as well. What's going on, Hyatt? Just hopping on for a late night stream. I messaged Javid. I haven't seen anything from him. I know, again, he changed up his work schedule quite a bit. And he's been really busy with everything. Is Isold still good enough carry for the Necropolis? Yes, Luke. So even at my level, I am still utilizing Isold. Isold is also used with the Burning Brute. So if you're trying to maximize the damage, Luke, that you're doing in the Burning Brute, Isold and Grez are still the two carries in there. And then Isold is still my carry for the Necropolis. Works incredibly well. Isold still works as well. Try removing the helmet and armor off Thorin. I believe it already is. Again, just kind of trying to pull from memory. I believe it is. And this is kind of a hard combination to get with this team. Yep, we have no chest, we have no helm. It's kind of a difficult team because of Wukong. We've come close a couple times, but Wukong is the one that is kind of difficult to, kind of the difficult one to kill, because Kelthar has to be able to take out the shadows or the minions, the clones, or he has to time it right with the cheese when it comes back up. I even swapped her with Ions, but he just dies too fast. Well, there's only a 15 level difference, and he has a 20. Who are you talking about, J-Sky? Even swapped her with Ions. Sophia? Are you talking about Sophia? Sophia's another hero that she does okay. It's just to get her to work, it's a really high investment. That's really the big thing is a lot of these heroes, guys, are a very, very high investment to work like they should. Cetrana is another one, very high investment to work well. Put in T1 helm and E armor. I don't know if I have any. I know for the accuracy boost, we've done it a couple times. A lot of people say it doesn't make a difference, Hyatt. If you go down to, I think it's the purple, which one is it? There's one that gives like no defense. Oh, it's not going to tell me. But I think it's the Z-Lot. I think that is the one. HP, a little bit of defense, but this accuracy boost is what they're looking for. Thorn Cheese team, would Theowen be a good substitute hero? Theowen's okay, but you don't want them to target Theowen. That's the problem. It's going to be random with if you can get Theowen essentially to work. And there we go. We got a tier 1 helmet. Yeah, this is the armor that a lot of players put on there because of the accuracy that they have on there. Which again, a lot of players say it makes a huge difference. Some players say it doesn't make a difference. Watching the live while driving back from work. QREC, don't watch the live while you drive. I don't want anyone to get into an accident because we're live streaming here. Or cheese. Yeah, like I said, Poppy, it's hard with Theowen. It's hard with any hero that's not going to die really fast because of the fact Thorin has to take all the damage. If you have a hero that is starting to pump a little bit of damage into Theowen, like when she comes out of the spectral form, you'll lose the damage. You'll lose the damage from there. So there we go. There's one alt. There's two. Got it. Boom. Big shout out to Hyatt. There you go, Hyatt. We got it done. We put on the T1 helmet. We put on the E+ armor. And we got it done. I think he's talking about Shamira. Yeah, Shamira in 35. Shamira in chapter 35 is pretty tough. That is where it kind of breaks out. And look at that, guys. Walked right through there. Stopped the Thorin. Dark Lucifer. got it done. Got it done twice already. What is the Thorin engraving? Yes, I'm too spooky. Do not engrave Thorin. Thorin is not worth it at all. Thorin, we engraved him when engraving came out. He was actually the hero we engraved when it came out. Again, there's no reason to engrave Thorin. You shouldn't engrave Thorin. I've even talked about not or making another Thorin, but like I said, there's no reason to engrave Thorin. It's kind of tough. Should I use Daemon forever? You'll use Daemon as a carry for quite a bit. Daemon you won't use forever. Daemon will actually, you'll use him within the tower. You'll use him in a couple different formations. But Daemon does drop off. Most players even now don't use him. FHG, thanks for all that you do. Love the content. Oh, thank you, Brad. It means a lot to me, guys. I love being able to come on here and stream and talk to you guys. Yeah, no more than 11 engraving to increase haste. Again, don't bother with the Thorin engraving. And here, guys, is Zolrath. Hoping we can get this one down relatively quick because we still got more stages to do. We're trying to get through this chapter. It would be awesome to get through here. I want to say I've been watching the content for about 2 years. Appreciate the content. Oh, thank you, Trackman. Yeah, again, guys, I love doing it. A lot of players ask why I do it. Not for the money, not for anything else. I love playing the game, and I play the game anyways. Even if I didn't do YouTube, even if I didn't stream, I love playing the game. That's kind of the big thing. I just got jealous to engraving 60. I wanted to say I've been watching the mostly listening. Yeah, watch the road. Watch the road if you're driving. Just got jealous to engraving 60, and it's a game changer. Wanaloo, who do you mean? I think it's an autocorrect. A lot of times on phones, I try to decipher exactly what it is. And a lot of it's autocorrect. Yeah, Zolrath is huge, guys. I really underestimated Zolrath. We finally got him to 5 stars. I do have to get him engraved a little bit higher. He does an incredible amount of damage. I am really, really impressed with the amount of damage that Zolrath does. That reminds me, I've been watching you since I started a year ago. Yeah, Helos, absolutely, guys. Helos is one of the heroes that when you get him to plus 60 engraving, just like what Wanaloo said, when you get the hero to a plus 60 engraving, he is a hero in particular that is just broken. Helos is absolutely broken when you get him to that plus 60 engraving for the energy regen and everything that he does. That's why he is kind of a priority to build out. Yeah, I figured it was autocorrect. I try to figure it out sometimes, and I get autocorrect in the YouTube messages too. Yeah, Helos is awesome, guys. Surprisingly enough, again, when you get him built out, he's a hero where if you get the signature item, it works. If you get the furniture, it works even better. If you get the engraving to a plus 60, it's broken. That is kind of what happens with him. Works incredibly well. I hate the charm. Oh yeah, the Charizard comp does work well. Again, it just takes the RNG aspect. I love when Khazard stays up. Usually if Khazard is up, it's a pretty easy win because he adds kind of the second layer of the freeze here, or the second layer of the crowd control here. That's why I built him out. That's why we built out Khazard to where he is. He does work incredibly well if you have him built. Having him built is kind of the key in there. Rose dying too quick. Do you have her E30? No, I don't, Hyatt. I still have to build out Rose a little bit. In this formation, again, it's a lot of RNG. Which we do have Zafriel built out. We do have Hodgkin built up a little bit. Again, Silas is one just dying, but there we go. Got the ult off, which usually results in Lucretia winning. Just like that, it works. Any updates on experience with Sonya? So Sonya is Lightbearer Tower. That's really it. I'm too spooky. Unfortunately, with the nerf and with us having limited tanks, it seems like that is going to be the only place. Is Khazard's furniture important? Anime, I would say it's not so important as it's kind of nice because it gives you a pretty good bonus. There is a pretty good bonus in there from the furniture when it comes to the crowd control aspect, which is really the only reason he's there. Extending the duration of buffs and the crowd control aspect are really the only two, and it helps with that. I'll see you later, Dark Lucifer. Have fun. I think he's going to play Pokemon Go. I think that's what he's off to play. And this one again, we have Aziz. Alna Grez combination does work incredibly well. This is kind of a different variation in here because Aziz we have completely built out as well. The original Aziz in here. And again, Alna Grez, it's hard to because of the traps. So we have Verk over here with the traps. Yes, Derek, absolutely. The new Mauler, short of the Mauler Tower, possibly PvP, it doesn't seem like there's going to be much of a use case for her. A couple of the whales that have kind of built her out, there isn't really much of a place. It sucks for them to release a new hero. So now we got Sonya and we got Anasta. In both of them, I don't think anyone is going to build, which again, it kind of sucks because they're newer heroes. They're cool. And she looks just absolutely crazy, crazy good. But again, I don't think anyone is going to build her. If you do, it looks like they're just going to kind of shelve. They're going to kind of shelve the hero. Sorry, got to leave the stream. Oh, that's okay, Noah. Have a good night. We're just doing a late night stream here. Yes, absolutely, Hyatt. That's her avatar frame looks awesome. It's almost looked like a little sister to Brutus is what a lot of people have said. The coloring, the sword in there reminds me of World of Warcraft. I had a very similar sword. I believe it was from, and I'm trying to remember, right around like the Lich King or maybe a little bit further, a giant bone sword like that. It was very, very cool looking. It was more of a blue tint if I remember, but it looks cool. I love how she looks. Even when she's moving in combat is very cool. But again, if the hero is not used, that's why I always say, and I will stress this point, make sure that you wait to build new heroes. When new heroes are built, just wait until you see if there's a use case before you go over investing into heroes that you're not going to utilize. There's no reason to build them. Just like Sonya, a lot of people ran and built out Sonya, and then AFK Arena nerfed her, and lucky for us, they actually gave us the ability to go back and reset her. If you've seen, the reset is up right now, and the reset is only for Sonya. But again, it was cool that they did the reset, and they needed to do the reset. Oh, we almost got it done right there, guys. I think this is the last one, too. If I remember, this is Team 5. We're going to let it go. Just popped 2 Elite Stones. I got Moriel and Angelo. Really cool. Yeah, Moriel works pretty well. She's another one that you got to build. She's another one, Trollmaster, where you do have to kind of build. On my country's morning. Oh, well, good morning, Noah. Have a good day then. If you're off to work or school or whatever you got going on. Kaz's furniture. Yeah, Kaz's furniture is good. Like I said, it helps with the crowd control, but again, it's not a priority. You know, when you look at tier lists, when you look at things of that nature, it's kind of lower on the priority. There's a lot of other heroes, and there are some heroes, of course, that do not work unless you have the 9 of 9 furniture, which we see a lot. We see a lot of heroes that if you do not possess the furniture, they don't work. And then other heroes just work a little bit better with furniture. Her sword reminds me of Monster Hunter World. Yeah, I think I've heard of that game. I think I've seen Pluto the screenshots from it. I feel like they shouldn't nerf heroes to the ground, at least make them somewhat viable. J-Sky, that is exactly what I said. Where they shouldn't have nerfed her so hard. I feel like they really made it bad. They really did nerf her so bad. I mean, they said they nerfed her damage 20x. So that's incredible. That's incredible to go for a 20x nerf on a hero. Just like you said, nerfed her to the floor, nerfed her to oblivion. We didn't see any new dimensional heroes lately. So if you guys joined the AFK Arena live stream a little while ago, they said they're doing a crossover, a minimum, and they did stress minimum one crossover this year, which means we could see some more dimensional heroes. We could also see the dimensional crossover heroes, which I really hope. Girthalek sword from WoW. It might be Lime Sea. Again, I as soon as I seen the sword, it brought me right back into a snap, back to the World of Warcraft days when I had the weapon. I ran a paladin, I ran a retribution paladin, and I just remember carrying that sword on my back forever. That might be it. I'm the name of it I couldn't pull up, or I looked for it last night to see, but it was very, very cool from World of Warcraft. And again, running a retribution paladin was very cool. Carrying all the weapons from like the very first tier 1 dungeon we had in there, it was pretty cool to see. What are some good Ainz comps? I've been hard stuck. So Ainz and Albedo are really the two unique, which I think we got it. Ainz and Albedo, really good. Working with Merlin in there. A lot of people do run Leonardo in there. There's a couple different ones in there. Reminds you of the Great Sword at Pluto. Oh, yeah, they're talking about Monster Hunter World. So there we go, guys. Another stage is done. Thorn Cheese, which did work. Love it. Look at that, 5.5 billion, which again, we build up Raku. We're going to continue building out Raku. Almost 2 billion damage right there from Zolrath. Lucretia putting in 9 billion damage right there, guys. And Grez, 6.3 billion. Look at the healing. 571 million healing to get that one done. All right, Flora stage. We love Flora stages, not really, but I'm sure this is going to be a Thorn Cheese fiasco. Flora is still one of the ones, guys, that is just the biggest pain in the butt that we've ever seen. I want to see if literally anyone went with a different than Thorin. Which, there we go, but that's 584. That's actually not too bad. We're 575 already. And we have all of these heroes built. We'll let it run. We'll check it out. It's from Dragon Soul. That's what I'm thinking. Yes, it is Dragon Soul and Cataclysm. That is exactly what I'm thinking. Limesty is the sword that I'm thinking of. Running a Retribution Paladin was awesome. I loved old school Retribution Paladins. When she came out, I actually had fun building teams around her. They could have did 10%. Yes, absolutely. J-Sky. Again, I don't understand the reason to nerf her to the ground. It doesn't make sense. Look at Tassie here, guys. Tassie getting it done. I have to build Rosaline to get to 42. Oh, Rosaline is super important. That E armor will make it go quick. Oh, Hyatt's still on the E plus armor that we got. But there we go, guys. Boom. Lucretia and Mahira get that one done, which brings us to 4158, guys. We are so close. So close to this being done. There we have Raku and look, Leonardo. The reason we built out both Raku and Leonardo. We'll let it run. We will let it run, trying to get to the next stage. Leonardo, guys, a very, very cool hero. And a lot of players were not too impressed off the bat with Leonardo. So when Leonardo came out, not many people built him. And now he has made it into a lot of meta teams. So it's pretty cool to see that he has actually made it into some of the meta teams. But yeah, that's very cool. That's the Dragon Soul and Cataclysm that we farmed, guys, forever. Rosaline is just 209.30 to be fine. Yes, Rosaline's another hero, guys. Engraving. The engraving in here is super expensive. I still have so many heroes at a plus 30. Some are built a little bit higher to the 41 or 44 mark. And then we have a lot of heroes at that plus 60. Which even now, looking at the campaign, I don't use Frampton as much as I thought I would. But there are still a lot of other places where Frampton is used. So I'm still glad I built him. A lot of players asked, they said they haven't seen Frampton. Again, he's a hero that I use in a couple different places. Need more teacups. Yeah, I don't know how many other times in your life you've ever said, need more teacups, but do you think we should be able to see the hero status when they are in combat? I mean, it'd be nice to see how much damage can Isolde stack while in battle. Yeah, that would be a pretty cool option. Honestly, that would be a pretty cool option to see if they could do that. Most things in AFK Arena are pretty tough to see. If you look, the visual, the numbers, everything like that, especially if you're running speed, if you're running it on the 4x speed, it's literally just almost a blur. There's not much of anything that you can see on here because of the blur, but Raku stayed up on that one. Raku's a monster, guys. Oh, if we can get it, just have Rigby. Little bit of Rigby, keep him frozen. Boom, got it done. Look at Khazard, guys, coming through on that one. Kept him frozen, 7.33 billion damage there from Raku. Raku, he's got crowd control, and when he crowd controls, his damage goes through the roof, which is awesome. This one, Thorin again. Oh man, that's an on Thorin, right? The Charmazard, which look, guys, that's a massive, massive level deficiency in here with where they're at. Leonardo isn't, is he E30? I believe E30 Hyatt. I believe that's as far as we built him. I mean, if you press pause, yeah, that would be cool if you could check out the stats. It would be pretty cool to see. Don't we all know? Yeah, exactly. Do we all need more teacups? I don't know about the teacups, but we could definitely use something. And I still try to stay away from the Thorin cheese. As much as I know the effectiveness of it and how well it does work, I still kind of stay away from the Thorin cheese. Which it looks like this one with the crowd control. We got the synergy, which is good. Just take down Pharrell. And then our final stage, guys, here it is. We made it. We finally made the 41-60 final stage of this. And this is the only account that is in this chapter. This is the only account that is in 41. And there is Thorin right off the bat, which we have our borrowed Taylene, so I'm okay there. Raku, Lucretia, then Alnegrez. We're going to let it go, guys. I'm going to let it go. Let's see what we can do here. We set up the formations. And I know in here, guys, Athalia does an incredible amount of damage. One of the biggest kind of burst damage heroes in AFK Arena. Giving Thorin, of course, the supercharged ability in there, the ability to absolutely just crush damage. There we go, guys. Brutus's shield was up, which it looked like it dropped when he ulted. We should be able to get it. I need the 30k diamonds. Yeah, J Sky, you and me both. We're still struggling a little bit, but we should be able to get this. Yep, we got Hyatt's advised armor on, so we are good. Pippa there with the teleport. Just got to get them down. Is the Thorin cheese that powerful? It is the cheese. That's exactly what it is. The Thorin cheese really doesn't have a level cap on it. It'll work depending on the formations you fight, which is the reason why players have used the Thorin cheese since the signature items came out. So when the signature items came out with Thorin, he had the opportunity to do that retaliation ability. They've Thorin cheesed ever since. Even back then, when Thorin came out with the signature items, you didn't have the ability to, there wasn't a power cap. So the Thorin cheese, if you guys know, if you've been playing AFK Arena for a couple years, Thorin cheese is the reason why AFK Arena put in a power cap. Players were just Thorin cheesing or auto battling the tower. They were auto battling the King's Tower and going up hundreds of stages on a macro with the Thorin cheese, because eventually it works. That's really the big thing with it, is eventually the Thorin cheese will work. Might take 10 times, might take 50. We've had players run stages 1,500 times to get the Thorin cheese to work, to make progression. But when you're looking at level, 200 plus level deficiencies where some players are, it's the thing that works. It is really, really the thing that works. And again, they put in the power cap because of the Thorn Cheese. So it's cool to see. It's cool to see it still work as intended. Burn, bleeds, and a roar. Yeah, exactly. Trackman. Most players said these are the stages that are easier to get through. We just need Pippa to do what Pippa does. She will teleport Thorin. You'll actually see him portal and drop out if she stays up long enough. Switch to a T2 or a helmet. Switch to T2 or the helmet. There we go. So that got the teleport right there. And look, Namora got the heal off. That's pretty funny. I like the Frampton cheese. Yeah, the Frampton cheese does work. My personal challenge is to avoid the Thorn cheese. Yes, I tried avoiding the Thorn cheese for an incredible amount of time. And it didn't work. So what do we got? What's going on from Bangkok? Thanapool is here. So switch to T2 or the helmet. What do you mean switch to tier 2? Tier 2 helmet? Is that what we're thinking? Because we have a couple down here. We have like Isold's tier 2 helmet. Switch to tier 2 for the helmet. Do you mean just equip the tier 2 helmet? I think that's what you mean. Let me know, Hyatt. So what is going on over in Bangkok today? Here it is late night. We are looking at just after 10 o'clock right now, which look at that. Almost the first try we got it done. And I think Hyatt meant put on the tier 2 helmet, which we did. We have our tier 2 helmet on there. Oh, there's the retaliation ability. Such a cool thing. Okay, thank you, Hyatt. All right, we'll go back to our auto battle. This is going to be the stages. It's going to be hard. Only increase the helmet to max without any tier. Hyatt called it last time, so I'm going to stick with Hyatt. We got it. All right. So this one again, we're gonna let it work. We know it works, guys. We know it works. We've seen it work. We have absolutely. It does sometimes take the cheese. We know we got Namora in the back with a Beguile ability, which is actually affecting, I believe right here with Athalia, it is affecting. So Athalia will actually can kill out Brutus's shield or pop Brutus's shield, which will work. It will actually work. And that's where we want him down here, guys, is the crowd control aspect. If I can speak tonight. Yeah, there we go. So Hyatt gets the Cheese Expert badge for today. Congratulations to Hyatt. There we go. Second retaliation. Almost got him down. That is the RNG that we need to work to be able to get this down. And it's funny how fast the rest of the team just gets destroyed. They actually just get crushed. Everybody else is pretty much just one-shotted right there. There we go. So it looks like we just have the Trina and Brutus right there from Wisconsin. Oh, even worse. Hyatt is from Wisconsin. He loves his cheese. It's funny. We have a Culver's right next to my work, and everything is from Wisconsin, the Wisconsin cheese. I don't have 9 Furniture of Namora. Yes, let me see. That is very, very important. The Namora Beguile ability. What if you enhance the body armor? I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. We can, but most of it is not a game changer. It would give us a little bit more. Let me know, Hyatt. Hyatt, should we enhance the armor that we got? Now I think we just have Brutus here. Right there, guys. It was just down to simply having Brutus left. Boom. I love the Pippa Thorin teleport. Again, it's incredible how they figured this out so it works. It's really cool to see. And this is the last stage, guys. We can kiss chapter 41 done if we can get this stage done. This is where, I mean, what was it? The 41-48? 41-48, that's where I see Soto Rez is there. 41-48 is where most players have been stuck for an incredible amount of time. The armor is fine. Yep. So we just need the RNG to work. That is what we're thinking here. And again, if he doesn't get teleported, doesn't really seem to work. It doesn't work. Oh yeah, Culver's is the Midwest delicacy. Yeah, it's good, guys. They got some good food. It's actually one of the few that they opened here in Michigan. And I know Midwest, yes. Again, Michigan, I think we have 2 or 3. I think there's only 2 or 3. Just drop Frampton backline mid with some Hypogen heroes. Yeah, Frampton is pretty strong, and a lot of players do run Frampton with Lucretia. So they actually get the double up buff, the Hypogen buffs. There we go, guys. The stack is there. Oh, so close. When I have a night where I don't need to move, the sourdough melt is the way to go. When you don't need to move, Hyatt's going into a coma with the sourdough melt. We used to have Hardee's here. That's we used to have Hardee's, and they had a sourdough melt burger. They closed them all. Up here in Michigan, they closed all of the Hardee's, so we don't have them anymore. So it kind of stinks, but yes, we don't have them anymore. And I love the sourdough melt. It was just an absolute killer burger. He needs a full intervene. Yeah, Frampton, again, Frampton's powerful, guys. We've seen Frampton work in a lot of different scenarios. Come on, Thorin. Thorin and Pippa need to work together in this one. Pippa needs to teleport Thorin. There we go. Teleport happened. There's the retaliation. Stacking damage. Just got to get the second one done. That's it. It's just going to be the 2 retaliations on there. Yeah, it's a sourdough bun with a hamburger. So they cover the whole thing in like a melted cheese on a sourdough bun. It's awesome. There's just one left. Yeah, we had one Hyatt and they closed it. It was actually a couple miles away, but yep, it is gone. The final one as concluded. We'll get this one done. Yeah, that's it. The Frisco sour bun. I forget. I think they call it a Frisco burger. If I remember correctly, I believe it was called the Frisco burger, which was awesome. It was so good. I'm sure it was absolutely horribly bad for you. In Virginia, we have a lot of Hardee's. Are they called the Carl's Jr.? So I know. I think down south they're called Carl's Jr. instead of Hardee's. I just got my Scarlet to 4 stars, but no 9 of 9. Does it make that much of a difference? Yes, it does. So Scarlet's 9 of 9 goes from, I believe, 12 bolts to Thorin Cheese. Big shout out to the Cheese Master Hyatt. He got his badge a little bit earlier. Thorin Cheese is done, guys. First stage is done. Scarlet goes from 12 of her bolts to 20 bolts. So when you look at the difference between those guys, absolutely, it is absolutely critical to get Scarlet to that 9 of 9 because it's broken. It is broken when you get her built out with the furniture. You have to get that furniture. Yes, the 9 of 9 on Scarlet is massive, guys. It is an absolute requirement because of the damage. Yeah, that's it. Like Hyatt said, from 12 to 20 meteors. So adding 8 more meteors on there, or approximately what's that? 60-something% damage increase, which is huge. It is absolutely huge for Scarlet if you really want to maximize the damage. Yes. Yeah, the Cheese Master Hyatt. There it is. Yes, 12 to 20 is the furniture. It's huge. Like I said, it's massive. Guys, it is crazy, crazy strong. Does Arthur need his SI 30 to do good? Honestly, Arthur will do very well at a plus 20 SI. Should I get him or Da Vinci to 30? I would go, Flicks, I would go with Da Vinci first. Big thing with Da Vinci, like we've said before, guys, any of the heroes that are very, very reliant on damage, Da Vinci, again, I would go to a plus 30 first. Arthur, of course, you're going to do later. It's really Ainz first, Albedo second. Then I would probably go Da Vinci. Da Vinci will work at a 20, but so will Merlin. They'll both work at a 20. But again, looking at the damage that Da Vinci can put out, I like the 30 on Da Vinci first before Arthur. Chapter 35, I have all but one team built good enough to do 100 plus level deficiency. Yeah, I would do Da Vinci again for the sheer crowd control aspect. Which this one, guys, we have Ezio in. I love utilizing Ezio. Ezio's such a niche hero, but works in a lot of places. And there, guys, we got some crowd control up. Does she fare well against level deficiency on chapter 37? So the big thing with her is you have to really, really protect Scarlet. Scarlet, if you allow Scarlet to get at least the first ult off, she does really well. Again, you have to protect her. She has to be. She has to really be protected. If she takes any damage, she's similar. When I think of Scarlet, I think of a hero like Khazard. Very, very squishy. Absolutely, she will take an incredible amount of damage. If heroes get to her, she's dead. She's absolutely dead if heroes do get to her. And look at this, guys. Boom. We got that part done. There is our victory. And look at that, guys. Awesome. That is awesome. Raku putting out the major, major damage, guys. 2 more stages. That is it. 2 more stages, guys, and chapter 41 is done. Who are some good crowd control characters? Crowd control, Mishka does incredibly well with crowd control. Oden does well with kind of the energy disintegration crowd control. Mihira's probably the top crowd control. Tassie does well. Raku gets amplified damage with crowd control, plus he has crowd control. There's a couple of heroes that actually do pretty well. Mishka is not getting to her ult. Oh, they're not dying? Yeah, if her little wolves don't die, she won't ult. Ainz has been my hard carry damage dealer for 10 chapters. Yes, Ainz, absolutely, guys. Ainz is a hero, again, looking at the damage front. The stronger, the more that you build out Ainz, the better he's going to do. It's crazy how well the comps... Yeah, the comps do work. The comps work incredibly well. And again, I'm not really sold on Mortis in the formation. Again, a lot of players do run him. Got him at a plus 20 signature item. I have him at the 3 of 9 furniture. Oden is dying out pretty quick here, which we cannot have in this one. It doesn't work as well, in my opinion. Again, I feel like if we run like a Silas in here, we have a little bit of a better shot. Because Mortis usually only gets off 1 buff, and that's it. So even Silas, if we can keep Oden up a little bit longer, I feel like we have a little bit of stronger viability in here. Plus, with having him in here, we do get the extra bonus. We get the extra Graveborn bonus. Wonder what some other players ran in here for formations. Just for Team 5. Only Graz. And again, Mortis in here. Mortis, so they're all going Mortis. Again, Mortis. I know we don't have Oden quite built where to the plus 60 engraving, which we could absolutely use, because look at the damage, guys. That's incredible. It's absolutely incredible, the amount of damage that they're putting out in here. What's the opinion on Treznar? Now, Treznar does incredibly well. Honestly, Treznar does incredibly well. He's another hero, again, does take a considerable investment. But if you have Treznar at a plus 60 engraving, the furniture on there, he's really tough to kill. He's actually been, again, he's pretty tough to kill in formations. And there we go, guys. We had Oden up for a little bit. Might be able to get this one down if we can take down both of these targets. Minions are coming up. Look at that. Mizalt went down. But can we get through Damon? Ran out of time. Oh, yeah. Treznar works incredibly well in PvP. We've seen him in a couple different formations. He does work, again, incredibly well. Dastin and Oden are a crazy duo. Yes, absolutely. That's a very, very strong duo. We'll give this a couple more tries. Again, if I can keep Oden alive, I feel like it'll work. We just need a little more crowd control. Because if Mortis, see, even here, guys, we got one buff, and that's it. I feel like Mortis has to do a little bit more than one buff. Again, he's slow. Energy, of course, is getting leech from both of these targets. Let me try, and I do love Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia is such a very cool hero. Massive crowd control, and he also does have that recall ability. But he does kind of throw off the dynamic. Do I have a Thalia? Yeah, I should. I should have a Thalia. Yeah, I should have a Thalia. Awakened Disease does not stop certain heroes. Does it depend on his ascension? It should not. Awakened Disease should not. Use Ainz to finish the chapter. I need to sleep. Peter's waiting to go to bed here. Let's see. We have, I mean, yeah, we do have her in here. Which, stopping Oden, of course. Oden and Pharrell both are super tough. But even there, we're going to have to go down and hit up Pharrell. Let's swap these two. Pharrell's a pain in the butt with his crowd control. Absolutely hate the amount of crowd control that he does. Let's see if we can do Ainz. So Ainz is another one. A lot of players, again, run Mortis within this combination. I've even seen Baba Yaga with a couple. But we could use Arthur or... See, he's already used. So we could use Prince of Persia. We already used Rowan. We already used quite a few in there. We have Helos back here. We also do have... Mortis. Again, a lot of players do run Mortis in this formation. See if it can possibly work. So we got mitigation right there. Again, I don't know if the Ainz comp's going to work in here. Because of the energy disintegration. This is a team that's going to be tough. Even with Arthur in here, it's going to be tough because of the energy disintegration. With the combination of Pharrell and then the combination of Oden, super tough to get Ainz to ult. Even if we do put, again, take him out if we do Arthur in here so we can get a little bit more speed. It's going to be tough. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Lime C it's very tough. Alna Albedo in the front row. It's a tough combination. It's a tough combination with the energy disintegration. But there's the ult. We can take down a couple targets and then lock down. See, we almost got that done. We can take down at least a couple targets in here. I feel like we'll have it. And we can get Ainz to ult. That's the other big part of this. Boom. He's got to do more damage. That's the reason why so many people put Mortis in here, is to amplify the damage that Ainz is doing. Which Prince of Persia, guys, chain stunning. What's going on, Atlas? Thank you for joining us. Just about to finish 41. This is our last stage, guys. This is our last stage, and 41 is done. Which, again, this is why so many players are saying Ainz loses the damage. Trust the first comp. It'll get there. I just found this and finished my exam. Oh, what's going on, Crave? Use Arthur front, Taline front, back. Strongest formation in the game, but put Vines opposed to Oden. Ready for a solid R5 comp. Sure. Drop an R5 comp in there. I'm going to go with Peter's comp in here. So what do we got? To use Arthur in front. So we're going to drop Arthur in front, which where we had Arthur. We got Arthur in front, Taylene front, back, Ainz, Albedo, Merlin. Ainz, Albedo, Merlin, and then put Taylene. We only have the old school Taylene, so let's see how that'll work. We don't have the awakened Taylene, but I know Taylene will usually keep some people alive. But again, there is the energy steal. Yeah, Mizoth is a monster. That's my, see, Mizoth is just a monster. Absolutely a monster. Rez, Alna, Oden, Desira, and Helos. All right, we'll give this 2 more tries, which again, it just, Mizoth. The energy disintegration between these two is tough for the Ainz comp. Yeah, it seems like it's just going to too much of a burn. So let's go Grez Alna again. We'll do Alna, we'll do Grez. A lot of these heroes we have Oden, Desira. So swapping out for Desira we do have built, not the plus 30 signature item, but close. Then we also do have Helos, which we already used. Already used Helos. We can't use Helos. But we know the formations in here. And again, going back to this copy, we know it works. Just like what Hyatt said, we know this one is going to work. This is what everyone ran. So just take a couple tries, but I think we'll get it done. Yeah, we don't have Helos. That was kind of the problem. We're missing Helos within the formation again. Oden. We almost got this down though. We got it down to the very last. We just got it down to Damon last time. I feel like even there, the enemy Pharrell is offering too much crowd control too fast. There's the buff on Oden. Alna with the slow, which I like. Second buff goes up on Pharrell. This should be it, guys. This should be it. Mizoth. Big trucks just got to go down. There it is, guys. Chapter 41 is done. Just like that. Boom. We knew the formation was going to work. Just needed to give it a little bit more RNG in there. But that does complete our Chapter 41 progression. Next chapter, guys. And there we are into the realm of the ancients. There we go. There's Felipe just hanging out up here. 42 is where we're at, guys. Finally made it into 42. Waiting on this forever. So it is finally done, guys. Finish that stage, finish 2. That is 3 boss stages. Chapter 41. Chapter 41 done. Chapter 41 with the tier stones. Done. Complete. Done into that. Let me send out, I know Dark Blaine, I think, was looking for Aziz, but there is 42, guys. First time peering into the chapter 42. Looks awesome. I love the little Kraken tentacles. They did amazing with the chapter in here, but it is done. Finally done into chapter 42. It's very, very cool. This is what we're kind of pushing for. Saving all my resources to get a little bit further. And then we will be done for the stream. Very, very cool to see the progression in here. We even have another stage to add here on our Elder Tree. Again, maxed out. This is staying at 77. This is staying at 47. Focusing on the Might Tree right now is where we're going. We're going to continue building out the Might Tree. Yep, Misty Valley Treasure is unlocked, guys. So that unlocks all of it, which I love. I think we still have a day, maybe 2. We might have a day or 2 left to start. Yep, 45 hours. But there it is, guys. Tier 4 stone, just like that. The Misty Valley Treasure Trove is complete. We have all of it. Awesome, awesome to see. And I'm going to leave Sonya in here. We're going to build Sonya. I need Lightbearer love. I need Lightbearer support. I am so far behind in the Lightbearer tower. It's kind of crazy. Then, of course, our engraving essence are all going to go to Raku, trying to get him up to that plus 60. You can see, guys, he is used in almost all the meta comps that we have, running Raku in there. Then we also do have some Stargazer cards. I'm going to save them for the weekend summons. So we're going to save all of our scrolls, all of our diamonds, everything that we have to continue to build out copies of Audrey. And we're also looking for the Awakened Thane. But guys, it is finally into 42. Finally, that took an incredible amount of time. But you know what? That is what it is, pushing deficiencies. Even here, guys, we're at what? 575 to 742. That is what? 40, 50, 60, 65, 165, 170 levels. That's a pretty big deficiency in here. Check the Treasure Scramble. Treasure Scramble, we did set up a little bit. Let me see where we're at. Treasure Scramble, 100% win rating. Boom! Guys, if you guys seen my video earlier, the 3 team comps that I put in there were all a 90+% win rating. They were all 93, 95, and I think 97% win rating. Treasure Scramble wins 100% of the wins, which is awesome. I know it doesn't mean that much, but so far, guys, 100% of the wins. Look at that. Those are the 2 teams I went with. And again, Scramble is a little bit different than the regular PvP, which there's only 2 wins, which is hilarious because we're at 100%, but it is at 2 wins. I'm going to continue in here. Just going to absolutely farm resources. And that is what this place is about, guys. When we're getting to here, we want essence. That is exactly what we are looking for. We are looking for hero essence, continuing to build out and gain levels. Gaining the levels, of course, are going to allow us to push much further into the campaign, which is the reason why we're still power leveling the crystal. I think at this point, it's been months that we've actually been power leveling and pushing this crystal up as much as we can. We will continue that through everything. It seems to be the most important part of AFK Arena. And look at that, guys. We're at 8.3 billion? I believe that's 8.3 billion power already for where we're at, guys. Just need levels. We're going to push more into chapter 42, but we're starting to get to the very, very high level deficiencies that we're going to kind of struggle with. We're definitely going to be at the point of struggling with some of the deficiencies, but reach stage 30 to claim tons of rewards. Yeah. Reach stage 30. This thing's off with the content preview. But guys, that'll do it for tonight's live stream. Thank you guys for joining me. We made it into chapter 42. That is what we want to do. Mission accomplished for tonight, guys. Very, very cool to see. If you haven't subbed to the channel, guys, go ahead and sub. We're at 25,300 plus subscribers already. The channel is growing absolutely crazy. Big shout out to Frenchie for joining us tonight and being a brand new member to the channel. Thank you for all of the support. Again, made it into chapter 42 like we wanted to. So again, big shout out to everybody for joining me tonight for this. It was awesome. The RC cramming, yes. Absolutely, the RC cramming is absolutely a big, big requirement, guys. Makes a huge difference. The levels in this game absolutely are a game changer. So again, guys, thank you guys for joining me tonight for the live stream. Have a wonderful night, guys. I'm going to go get some sleep. We hit our accomplish. We're into chapter 42. So again, thank you guys for joining me. And as always, thank you guys for watching.